Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rise and Thrive. I'm Emma Sullivan, and today we're talking about something that affects everything from your fitness goals to your parenting to whether you finally learn that language you've been putting off for. Oh, let's be honest. A decade.
Okay, why are you calling me out in the first 30 seconds? I'm David Park, and yes, I still can't speak Spanish despite living in California for 15 years. But today, we're diving into Carol Dweck's research on mindset, and, Emma, I'm stealing your phrase, y'all, this stuff is genuinely life-changing.
He really is using y'all now. I've corrupted him. But listen, when I first learned about growth mindset versus fixed mindset, it was like someone turned the lights on. Suddenly, I understood why I talk to my kids the way I do, why I avoid certain challenges. Basically, it explained my entire personality.
Right, but here's what gets me about Dweck's work.
Wait, are you getting excited?
I'm very excited, because this isn't some Instagram motivational quote like, just believe in yourself, sparkle emoji. This is 3 decades of rigorous psychological research showing exactly why some people achieve their potential while equally talented others just don't.
And the answer is so simple, it's almost annoying.
Right?
It's not about ability or intelligence or natural talent. It's about whether you believe those things can change. That's it. That's the whole thing.
Boom, done, simple.
Okay, so for anyone who slept through their psychology class, no judgment, I definitely did. Let's break this down. David, what exactly is a fixed mindset?
So imagine you're one of those people who says things like, I'm just not a math person, or I'm not athletic. That's fixed mindset. You believe intelligence and ability are static. You're either born with it or you're not. Game over. No takebacks.
Whereas growth mindset, people are like,
They're the annoying optimists who believe you can develop any skill through effort and learning. Your brain is basically a muscle that gets stronger the more you use it.
did you just call growth mindset people annoying optimists?
I mean, in the best way. The I love a challenge people. Which, speaking of, Dweck started researching this back at Yale in the late 60s when she was studying learned helplessness in lab rats.
Oh, good. We're starting with depressed rats. Always a crowd pleaser.
Right? But she had this brilliant question. Why do some perfectly capable kids just give up after one failure while other kids are like, bring it on? That became her entire PhD.
And?
So she ran these experiments on elementary school kids who'd been identified as helpless, which, by the way, heartbreaking label for a child.
Yeah, that's rough.
These kids would hit a few tough math problems and completely shut down. They couldn't even solve problems they'd already solved successfully. Some didn't recover for days.
Wait, days? One failure and they're just broken?
Complete spiral. But, and this is where it gets good, Dweck trained half the students to think about their mistakes differently. Instead of, I failed because I'm dumb, she taught them, I haven't figured this out yet because I haven't worked hard enough.
Okay, and those kids magically became geniuses?
They learned to persist and succeed. The control group showed 0 improvement. Same kids, different mindset, completely different outcomes. It's wild.
See, this is what kills me, though. The kids who succeeded didn't suddenly get smarter. They just believed they could get smarter. That's huge.
Massive. Now, later on, Dweck did this study where she had kids think out loud while solving really hard problems. And one kid, I love this so much, this little boy pulls up his chair, rubs his hands together, smacks his lips and goes, I love a challenge.
I love a challenge. Can that kid come live with me? Because when my son hits a hard math problem, it's more like, this is stupid, and I hate everything, and I'm never doing math again. And also, you're the worst mom.
Yikes.
Yeah, we're working on it.
That's the fixed mindset talking. Your son thinks if this is hard, I must be bad at math. The growth mindset kid thinks if this is hard, my brain is getting a workout.
Got it. So I need to understand this better because clearly I'm failing as a parent.
You're not failing.
I'm being dramatic. But seriously, what's the actual difference in how these kids approach challenges?
Okay, so Dweck calls them learning goals versus performance goals. Performance goal kids want to look smart, even if it means not learning anything. Every task is a test of their worth. Every setback is a personal attack. So they only do things they know they'll be good at.
Oh God, I'm having a personal crisis right now because I definitely do this with exercise. I'll only go to yoga classes where I already know the poses because I don't want some 20-year-old instructor watching me fall over in tree pose.
That's peak fixed mindset. Meanwhile, learning goal kids are like, Cool, I'm terrible at this. Let's see if I can get less terrible.
So performance people are trying to prove they're smart, while learning people are trying to improve.
Exactly.
That's actually a massive difference.
And here's the really cool part. You can change your mindset. It's not fixed, which is delightfully ironic.
Wait. People with a fixed mindset can develop a growth mindset? About mindsets?
My brain just did a little loop-de-loop too. But yes, Dweck ran this amazing study with low-achieving 7th graders. Everyone got sessions on study skills and brain function. But one group learned that intelligence is like a muscle. It grows stronger with exercise.
And let me guess, that group suddenly became honor students?
They showed significant improvement in motivation and math grades. The control group, no improvement whatsoever, despite getting all the same study skills training.
So just learning that their brains could grow actually made them smarter? That's insane.
Well, it made them willing to try, which made them smarter. Dweck says something brilliant. Study skills are inert until they're powered by an active ingredient. If you believe effort is pointless, you won't use those skills.
Makes sense. Okay, but I need actual advice here because I've spent 43 years with a fixed mindset about certain things.
Like morning routines?
Like mornings, technology, anything involving numbers. The list is long and shameful. How do we actually cultivate a growth mindset?
First, you got to catch yourself in the act. Notice when you think, I can't do this, I'm just not good at it. What are your triggers?
Technology. Anything beyond Instagram and Netflix, and my brain immediately goes, nope, I'm not a tech person. This is not for me. Goodbye.
Perfect example. Hear that voice? That's your fixed mindset. The growth mindset version is, I'm not good at this yet, but I can learn. The power of yet.
Oh, I love the power of yet. I use it with my kids constantly. You can't tie your shoes yet. You can't read that word yet. It's like leaving the door open for possibility.
Exactly. Now, here's something that genuinely shocked me. Dweck did this experiment where she praised some kids for intelligence, you're so smart, and others for effort. You worked really hard. Seems like both are positive, right?
Yeah, what's the difference?
Massive difference. The intelligence-praised kids became risk-averse. They chose easier problems because they didn't want to lose their smart status. The effort-praised kids chose harder problems because challenge meant learning opportunity.
Oh no. I tell my daughter she's smart like 50 times a day. Am I creating a neurotic perfectionist?
Okay, don't panic.
I'm panicking.
Here's the really disturbing part. 40% of the intelligence-praised kids lied about their scores to their peers.
They lied. Why?
Because if your entire identity is, I'm the smart kid, then a bad score threatens that identity. Better to lie than admit you're not perfect. Dweck says, and this is chilling, we took ordinary children and made them into liars.
That's horrifying. So praising intelligence creates more pressure and less resilience?
Yep.
Great. I've been doing parenting wrong this whole time.
You're not alone. Malcolm Gladwell wrote about how this destroyed Enron. The company was obsessed with ranking talent, celebrating people as naturally gifted, and those gifted executives would rather commit fraud than admit they made mistakes.
Wait, growth mindset explains corporate fraud?
Or lack thereof. Stanford professor Jeffrey Pfeffer says businesses spend way too much time ranking people, who's naughty, who's nice.
The Santa Claus theory of management. I love that.
Yes, instead of actually developing people's skills, they just sort them into categories.
Okay, but let's bring this back to wellness because that's our whole thing here. How does this apply to fitness and health?
Think about how many people say, I'm not athletic or I'm not a runner, and therefore never even try. It's like they've decided their athletic ability at birth, and that's final.
Guilty as charged. I've said I'm not a runner my entire life. I've said it so many times, it's basically my personal tagline. Emma Sullivan, not a runner. Should put it on a t-shirt.
Classic fixed mindset. But get this, Dweck took up piano as an adult and learned Italian in her 50s. These are things adults supposedly can't learn.
That's inspiring and also annoying because now I have no excuse for not learning guitar like I've been threatening to do since 2015.
Zero excuses. Here's another application. Emotional intelligence. Yale Dean Peter Salovey says people constantly tell him, I'm just not a people person, or I'm bad at managing emotions.
Fixed mindset about feelings.
Exactly, but emotional skills can be learned. Stanford psychologist James Gross studied college freshmen, the ones with a fixed mindset about emotions. They had way worse social and emotional adjustment.
So believing you can't change emotionally becomes this self-fulfilling prophecy. You don't even try to develop those skills because you've already decided you can't.
Right. Now, let's talk relationships because this is where it gets really interesting. People with growth mindsets are way more likely to work through relationship problems.
Okay, I'm listening.
Fixed mindset. People think personality is unchangeable, so they either ignore festering problems or give up at the first sign of trouble. He's just not a communicator. She's always been like that. Game over.
While growth mindset people are like, we can work on this, we can improve our communication, people can change.
Yes, but, and this is important, Dweck warns against taking this too far. Staying in an abusive relationship hoping someone will magically change is not growth mindset. That's just delusion.
Right. The person has to actually want to change and put in the work. Growth mindset isn't magic pixie dust.
Exactly. Now, here's something fascinating. Dweck's applying this to children's moral development. Preschoolers with a growth mindset about goodness feel okay about themselves after messing up.
Wait, growth mindset about goodness? Like about being a good person?
Yes, some kids think they're fundamentally good or bad. Other kids think they can get better at being good. The growth mindset kids understand that spilling juice doesn't make you a bad kid. You just clean it up and do better next time.
Oh my God, this is exactly what happens with my son. He throws one tantrum and declares himself a bad boy and spirals into this shame cycle. It's fixed mindset about character.
Dweck's testing whether teaching growth mindset through storybooks helps preschoolers cope better. Early results look promising.
Okay, real talk. Our listeners need actual actionable steps. David, what's one thing someone can do right now to start developing a growth mindset?
Notice your language. When you catch yourself saying, I can't, or I'm not good at, just add yet. I can't do this yet. I'm not good at this yet. It's such a small word, but it completely changes the meaning.
The power of yet. What else?
Reframe failure as information. Instead of, I failed, therefore I suck, try this didn't work. What can I learn? What should I try differently next time?
But here's the thing, though, and I think this is really important. Growth mindset doesn't mean ignoring reality. Some things are harder for some people. My daughter genuinely struggles with reading.
Absolutely. Growth mindset isn't about denying that people have different starting points. It's about believing everyone can improve with the right effort and strategy.
Right. She might need more practice than other kids, but she can improve. That's the message.
Exactly. Here's another practical tip. Celebrate effort and strategy, not just outcomes. You studied really hard for that test is way better than you're so smart to get an A.
But what about when they don't get the A despite studying hard? That's where I struggle because I don't want to lie and say effort always equals success.
Good question, Dweck would say. You worked hard. Let's figure out what strategies might work better. What can we learn from this?
So it's not you'll succeed if you just try harder. It's you'll improve if you try harder and smarter. That feels more honest.
Right. Now, this story blew my mind. There's this British soccer team, Blackburn Rovers. Their performance director contacted Dweck because these incredibly talented players just weren't reaching their potential.
What was the problem?
British soccer culture believes star players are born, not made. So the most talented players thought serious training was beneath them. Like, why would you practice if you're naturally gifted? That's for people without talent.
Oh no, their fixed mindset was literally preventing them from becoming great.
Exactly. If you believe talent is fixed, then working hard means you're not talented. Better to coast on natural ability than admit you need to improve.
That's so backwards, but I totally get it. I've avoided practicing things I'm supposed to be naturally good at because struggling would shatter my fragile ego.
The fact that you can articulate that is actually the first step to changing it.
Y'all, if you're finding this helpful, please like and subscribe to Rise and Thrive. We genuinely use your feedback to make better content. Or at least we try. We're working on it. Growth mindset.
See what she did there? Before we wrap up, Emma, I'm curious. Has learning about this actually changed your approach to wellness and parenting?
Massively. I've stopped saying, I'm not a morning person, and started saying, I'm working on becoming a morning person. Same with exercise, cooking, basically everything I used to avoid.
That shift from I am to I'm working on is huge. It opens up possibility.
And with my kids, complete praise overhaul. Instead of, you're so smart, it's I love how you kept trying different strategies. Or, you really persevered through that difficult problem.
Here's the reality check, though, and Dweck really emphasizes this. Changing mindsets isn't like flipping a switch. You can't just decide, okay, I have growth mindset now, and be done with it.
What do you mean?
It's an ongoing practice. You'll catch yourself slipping back into fixed mindset thinking all the time. The key is just noticing it and redirecting. It's like building a muscle. Takes time and repetition.
So we need to have a growth mindset about developing a growth mindset. Very meta. My brain hurts.
Exactly. And remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Small shifts in how you think about ability and effort can create massive changes over time.
Okay, here's what I want everyone to take away from this. You are not stuck with the abilities you currently have. Your brain can change. You can develop new skills at any age, even if you're old like David and me. I
Hey.
said what I said. Carol Dweck learned piano as an adult and Italian in her 50s. If a world-renowned psychologist can do that while running a research lab and being generally brilliant, we can definitely handle our wellness goals.
Whether you're 25 or 65, whether you're trying to get fit, learn a skill, fix relationships, or just stop yelling at your kids, growth mindset gives you the foundation for change.
And that foundation is simple. Effort and strategy matter more than natural talent. Challenges are opportunities, not personal attacks. And the word yet is ridiculously powerful.
Keep growing, keep learning, and remember that setbacks are just information, not evidence that you're fundamentally broken.
Now go forth and add yet to everything.
This podcast is powered by voxcrea.ai, where ideas find their voice.